welcome to be in the garden. Welcome to be in nature. As you can see, the liquid amber has all but dropped her leaves. Alas. As she prepares for the winter. What else is happening in the bee in the garden? Garden. the garden in autumn. I didn't much feel like speaking in this video for whatever reason. Just listen to the birds chirping away as I just take a leisurely walk around the garden and see how it's changed over the seasons. Listening to the birds flying around and the sound of children in the background playing. Autumn in the garden. You can definitely feel the change in the season. There's definitely a change in the air. Here we have the agapanthus, and you can see now that the seed heads are drying out. You can see it from the lighter coloured ones, and in those seed heads you have a series of black seeds. The agapanthus, they're sort of leaning over into the walking area, and so all I do is just bend the plants backwards. I'll show you. You can see the seeds developing here, and rather than them falling into the cracks of the paving stones or into the lawn area, I simply, at this time of year where the seeds are beginning to form, I simply bend the stems backwards so that any seeds that fall will fall into an area where I'd be happy for them to regrow. So hopefully that makes sense. Bend them backwards so that they can fall backwards into the soil and the area where there is room for them to grow. I just do it, yeah. So that's all I do, just bend them backwards away from the path areas. These are the fennel seeds. They've dried out now, and I might well collect a few of those and keep to sow in the spring. Behind is the yew hedge. There's not much growth in that now. The temperatures are definitely cooling down, although we are still seeing double digits here in the UK. The laurel hedge that I trimmed a few months ago now. Cherry tree. the leaves that have turned auburn. This is the Magnolia stellata. And for some years now, it really hasn't flowered for me. Not sure why. Not sure why. But I'm patient when it comes to gardening. So let's see what next year brings and whether it will flower again. This one has white flowers that look a little like tassels, shredded ribbon. The hookeras slightly lost their colours. They're turning a deeper shade of green as opposed to the burgundy red that these ones were earlier in the season. These tiny daisy flowers. The cold weather does not seem to be bothering them. There's one there actually trying to put on a show still. If I can get that in focus. Still trying to put on a show. I have a small olive tree here. And whilst it will not put on much growth for the remainder of the autumn and into the winter, it will hold on to most of its leaves. The wisteria still has its leaves. They haven't changed in colour much, but they are certainly beginning to show a lighter hue at the tips of some of the branches. But for the most part, they are still green in colour, with the exception of some areas where it has now begun to show tips of yellow, or hints of yellow. The jasmine again still has the majority of her leaves, but again, in places, is definitely displaying the yellowing of some of them. Now this is new to me. I've not seen this before on any of the jasmines, where this one has got two, well this particular one's only got two, but these are very like, I've never seen this before on a jasmine. Almost looks like a tiny fruit. Can you see that? Does anybody know what they are? I've never seen that before on this plant or in any previously. I'm sure I'll investigate once I get back indoors and just see what that might be. It's new to me. I've just not seen that. I've obviously enjoyed the flowers. We've enjoyed the flowers for the summer and the spring, the summer. But I've never seen jasmine create this fruit-like berry. If anybody knows what that is, please don't hesitate. Drop it in the comments below. It'll be interesting to find out because I'm really quite curious. And as I move along this area here, which are planted really because of the fragrance, the jasmine for their unique aroma, and then it falls into we've got sarcococca in the back here, and then we've got the lavender here. Much of the lavender has been pruned back hard. You would have seen that in a previous video. But this is towards the patio area, the back of the house, and planted intentionally just because of the wafts of beautiful aromas that come and can be appreciated even from the back of the house. As I said, a short video, relatively. Just pondering in the garden wandering around, reflecting, getting ideas for what I may or may not do in the new gardening season. Got to show you what the squirrels have done. Despite my efforts, do you remember? I did put down some mesh and some netting. This one's got some netting, but the clever squirrels have managed to pull this bit back and have exposed some of the croci and have been gnawing away at some of those over here. On the other side of the lawn, it's better preserved. You can see, you can make out the wire, you can make out the wire netting, if you like, the chicken wire, and on this side it's undisturbed. But they did manage, as you can see over here, they have managed to dig under the less sturdy net, and they have been gnawing away at some of the crocuses. But then that's nature, right? I want to wish each and every one of you well until my next video. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here. And I know I'm saying a special thank you to those of you who have been supporters throughout, subscribers, those of you who give me the thumbs up, and those of you who don't, those of you who just watch and just pass through. It'd be lovely if you would be able to show support for this growing channel by even in this moment, giving a thumbs up to this video. A short video, a peaceful video. I wish you all well, for you and yours, and I'll catch you in my next video. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being with me in the garden. As always, keep well. I trust you're well. I certainly am. See you in my next video.